What's going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give this album review of the Kingpin Skinny Pimp called Greatest Hits and Remixes. Now, y'all should know who Skinny Pimp is. If y'all seen the last review I did of these other ones, I'll put the links in the description box. So I never seen how the CD look, so now I do. It's the first time for any, everything. So basic music. And since this is a greatest hits, I'm not going to really make this a very long video because some of the songs y'all already heard me review. Now the songs that I did not review, then I'll put it on here. If I review the album and some of the songs is on here, I won't review it. All right. Is this a greatest hits album? We're going to see. All right. So the producers of this album were Mr. Quick and Took. Took did kind of like the remixes and stuff like that. And the features were Al Capone, Haystack, and Lil Jen, as you can see in the back. This greatest hits has like a couple of unreleased tracks, such as 5-0, Get the Club Crunk, and Tennessee that features Lil Jen. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's go with the songs. The first one is just an intro. He pretty much saying that he was out before Tommy Wright, 3 6 Mafia, all those guys, and blah blah blah. Then next one is called Mack of the Year. This is a blazing track. This takes me back in the 90s. This was on the Skinny But Dangerous album. But anyway, Skinny Pimp comes through with some dope lyrics. One of the best tracks in my opinion. And he doesn't even cuss on the song. That's what makes it really great. You know what I mean? The unreleased track called 5-0. This features Al Capone. This is a really dope ass track, man. They got the sample of y'all know the TV show Cops. Is what you're gonna do, what you gonna do when they come for you. They have that sample on there and it goes hard. They say, here comes the 5-0. But Skinny Pimp comes through with a dope verse. Al Capone comes through with a crunk ass verse, man. One of my favorite verses from him, to be honest. This is definitely one of my favorite tracks off of this album. This is probably a must peep for y'all to check out. All right, the next one is called Get the Club Crunk. This is another unreleased track. I'm going to guess this beat is produced by CIA or T-Love and the Navigator because it just sounds like it's produced by them because it's not credited in the booklet. So anyway, this features Blackout, the whole Player Posse, but it's not credited on there, you know what I mean? So anyway, this song is bumping. Skinny Pimp come through with a nice verse. All of them, from Blackout, the Terror, the Big Baby, I believe, may he rest in peace. It's a good bit of people on this song, man. Then I'm gonna go down to Tennessee. This features Lil Jen. This is another unreleased track. This song is pretty straight. Lil Jen come through with a nice verse. He come through with it was a similar verse on another song. I can't remember where right now. But Skinny Pimp come through with a nice verse. Overall, this is a pretty decent track. That sample Tennessee is from an older song. I can't remember where. So anyway, I'm gonna go down to Stick Up Man. This features 211. This is a pretty nice track. They just pretty much talking about robbing and all that stuff. Robbing people, blah blah blah. Then they have the Glock in My Drawers remix. Now, if y'all remember, that song was on the Product album. This song, the remix version, not really his best remix, but some may like it, some may not. Then I'm gonna go down to Kicking It with Skinny Pimp. For what I was told, this is probably one of Skinny Pimp's first songs. It's a pretty straight song. He comes through with some solid lyrics and the beat is pretty decent. Then Grab Me a Hood Screwed. Now, I said on the last review that this track on The Product was pretty dope. This one is pretty good as well, man. Screwed is nothing chopped. They just lowered the pitch of the track, and the track still goes hard though, man. One of my favorite tracks off of the album. Then 1, 2, 3's ABCs. This is a dope ass track, man. Like, this is probably one of my favorite Skinny verses ever. I think 211 raps first. The first verse goes through with 1, 2, 3's, and then Skinny Pimp does the ABCs, and then it's a dope ass sample from Al Capone. I think it's from Lyrical Drive-By. It goes hard, man. Then Shake Junt. This is a remix. This was on Back to the Players Ball. This song is okay. I mean, the remix is decent and it's not bad. Top Notch, Chop and Screw. I don't know if this is on another album or not, but this is a pretty decent track. Skinny Pimp come through with some nice verses on there, and you know, it's screwed and chopped. If you a big fan of those, you'll love it. And that's pretty much it for this album. Honestly, to give it a fair rating out of a 10, I will give this a solid 7.5. Honestly, I don't think this is a great representation of Kingpin Skinny Pimp when it comes to greatest hits and, you know, all that, because he only took songs off of 3 albums, which was the Skinny But Dangerous, Back to the Players Ball, and The Product. So to me, I felt like it could have been a lot better. He could have chose songs from other albums, because I feel like he has a great bit of albums that he could have put songs from there on. So as a result, I wouldn't really recommend this. I guess only if you want to hear the unreleased tracks. But honestly, this is not a great representation of Kingpin Skinny Pimp. And again, this is my honest opinion. Now, if you never heard of Kingpin Skinny Pimp before, I would recommend checking out The King of the Players Ball, or Back to the Players Ball, or The Product even, or 2000 Rap Dope Game. Because I'm telling you right now, if you already have 3 of the albums that I listed that's on this greatest hits, you're really not missing much. And again, like, unless you really want to collect this and hear the 3 unreleased tracks in screw and chop versions, pretty much. That's it. Shout out to Kingpin Skinny Pimp though. He's definitely one of my favorite artists. Much love to everybody who was features about this album and everything else. Alright, much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. Alright, peace out guys.